2, 1. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Nets World. I'm Max, and I'm joined by Josh, Cole, and Matt. I'm happy to be back after missing last week's episode, and a lot's changed since I've been here. But another game tonight against the Charlotte Hornets. No Harden, tight hamstring. No Blake Griffin, knee injury. Shamit's back in, right? Yeah,
Yep.
Shamit's back
Shaman and
in.
Aldridge.
And Marcus Aldridge will be making his Nets debut. Maybe starting. Is the starting lineup out?
That's what I was just gonna say. We need to monitor that. Did anyone check the phone?
I'm checking.
Right. It'll probably come out soon. While we're doing it.
Yeah, it hasn't been released yet, so it's probably gonna be like Irving, Harris, Brown, Green,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's the thing that's gonna be interesting is if Jordan is finally
Not playing.
gonna be put on the bench, start Claxton.
I mean, Claxton's playing the bulk of the minutes anyway.
I know,
And-
but they got off to a slow start yesterday because Jordan was playing. He started the game.
They get off to a slow start every single night, and it's
because
the
of DeAndre Jordan.
and it's the reason they don't blow every single team out of the water,
Yeah.
and it's upsetting.
I mean,
But-
as soon as he got out of the game, the pace changed. We started gaining some momentum. Yeah, he's clearly the problem. When there is a problem, he's usually the problem.
Defensively, he is a liability. And I even before, they made this trade to get Harden and made this trade to, move on from Jared Allen. I wanted him off the bench when he came back from injury. And, it has really made the loss of Jared Allen less significant in my eyes. And, I think the signing of Marcus Aldridge, kind of means we can either move on for this guy or decrease his minutes to the point where he doesn't start every night. Like, I don't think,
I hope he just eventually just gets out of the rotation. I mean, he is clearly the worst center on the team. And the only reason he starts is because it's obvious because he's Kyrie and Durant's buddy. So
Yeah.
he has not shown us any reason so why he should even be in the rotation. He's just been gifted the role.
Yeah.
And he needs to realize that he doesn't deserve the minutes he gets.
I also think he was just better on the bench, like especially last year when he was only a starter for what, like 2 games? Last year, unless maybe he
Let me check.
started a few more. But I was probably like 2 to 5, maybe Jordan got injured, but he was better on the bench anyway.
He started 6 games last year.
Oh, 6, okay. So
and, with Blake Griffin playing as well as he plays, I think Jeff Green's great, but he needs to stop trying to posterize everybody. It's never going to happen. And he needs to
it's
stop.
happened. It's happened. He could do it again.
It's going to happen once, and everybody's going to lose their minds. And then he'll keep trying. I mean, we're getting to the point in the season where I feel like the team has kind of figured themselves out, obviously. And now we're going to move eventually where everybody's in the lineup. I don't know how many games we're going to have with that before we're even in the playoffs, but, Nash has gotten a lot better in my eyes as the year's gone on. I mean, obviously there was those stupid mistakes earlier in the year, but I feel like ever since that Pistons loss, with an exception of a few games where, we should have won by more, or, I think the games that we lost, especially that Magic and Mavericks game, like, we didn't even show up. But, he's gotten a lot better, and he's impressed me a lot. And, I'm confident in him and moving forward with this new rotation.
Do you think that he gives the start to Claxton, or do you think he just straight to Aldridge? Because I don't think he'll give it to LaMarcus Aldridge. I don't know. I'm not even confident that he'll ever be a A starter.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think Aldridge is gonna start.
What is he gonna give that we don't have in the starting lineup? You know what I mean? It's not that he's bad, but it's like, what is he gonna post up mid range? Like, why would we want that in a lineup with Kyrie, Harden, KD, like that, the fast
I mean, the
paced
spacing is
offense?
gonna be unreal with Aldridge on the
Oh no,
floor.
yeah, but exactly, it's like we already have that, so why even have that more? You're not gonna get crazy defensive ability and like
He'll probably be more motivated to defend better with the Nets. I
no,
mean, look at Griffin.
no, I don't think he'll be a defensive liability, but he's not gonna be like what we think. So I think Claxton, I don't know why we haven't started him for like past 10 games or however long. Like
Yeah, that's the only criticism I have of Nash this season is his starting lineups. I get it; it's only starting games, but that's the reason why we've been getting off to slow starts. The Nets is because of his starting lineups. Like I like Bruce Brown, but he should not be starting
every
at
game.
power forward, or Joe Harris should not be starting at
Yeah.
power forward.
Wasn't there a game Harden started at power forward?
Yeah, it's like just start Jeff Green at this point at power forward.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
what I would do.
And
Yeah.
I love Bruce and Joe, and I said like I don't know, they should not start Joe every game. I just don't think sometimes it works out.
Yeah, when
And
Durant comes
even Bruce-
back, I really think Durant should move back to small forward. They can move Green power forward as a starter. You can have Joe off the bench, and then you have Griffin and like Aldridge coming off the bench too, and then DeAndre Jordan's just out of the rotation.
I agree with that, honestly, totally. You got how many vets you got in the starting lineup?
Aren't
The whole team, pretty much. The whole starting lineup is veterans, so it's like the 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 slow starts probably wouldn't happen as much if you just had all veterans. Like, well, besides DeAndre, he's a veteran and he still doesn't know what he's doing. But yeah, I like that lineup with KD back at 3 because when he's at the 4, it's kind of scary, like in a
Yeah.
bad way, not in a good way. I just don't think he fits as a 4-man. Like, he could defend, but in the paint, like they just go right by. Especially in the beginning of the year when Nash tested that out. I don't think it works.
I mean, a lot of the things that we saw from the beginning of the year were just lack of effort.
Mhm.
And a lot of guys, and we don't really talk about it as much because, we were winning and losing randomly at that point. But it was a lot of some nights we put in effort, some nights we don't.
Yeah, I don't
But-
think that. Yeah, I don't think effort's the problem.
Not
It's just
anymore.
how we start games. Because like, yesterday we beat the Rockets by like, what, 12. The Nets beat the Rockets by 12. Like imagine if they weren't that 17 point deficit
I
to
know.
start the game. They would have won by like 30 points.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
then,
the way how we start these games.
I fell asleep at the actually at halftime. I fell asleep. So then I woke up and I was like, all right, let's see the score. And I was like, oh, Joe Harris went off and a bunch of guys did their job and they pulled it off. I was like, wow, okay, cool.
Hmm.
Didn't I heard I watched the rest of the game though this morning, but I was so like tired, so I didn't really pay attention to be honest. But I know Blake Griffin did well and Joe Harris, but I heard Claxton was really, really key. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What did
He's
he do
always-
exactly? Well, yeah, but what did he
He
do
just
exactly?
defended. Like it's just that
Good.
simple. He just defended. He guard everyone on the floor.
check
What
out Josh's recap
Good.
if you haven't already.
And why did Daniel House drop like 20 on us in the first like 5 minutes?
What's his
Like,
He had the
name?
first 9 points for Houston.
Yeah, I
I
was
think
like,
Houston shot like 70% from the field in like the first quarter.
you know what though?
79.
Yeah.
As pissed off as I was, they did make a lot of tough shots. They really did. So you have to give them some props. Like it wasn't all us. I'm gonna be honest. Like it was definitely us, but they made a lot of tough shots. So
They weren't going to sustain that play the whole game. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was like this. It was just their little hot streak that they were having. But
for a whole half.
yeah, Kevin Porter is nice too. But
And then like they just turned it on. Like
Yeah.
5 minutes left in the game,
Like-
and the Nets didn't miss.
That Griffin Claxton lineup at the end was very
them
very
together
effective.
is great defensively too. I like them when they're both out on the floor like that.
I was worried when we first signed Griffin. I was kind of worried he would be like a defensive liability, but he's been He's been great.
He puts in just as much effort as anybody else in this team,
Yeah.
and
He's motivated too.
He
That's
can't
my
block all the shots, and but he'll be moving a lot as much as he can, which you could at least appreciate. So yeah.
And this is his first time ever coming off the bench. Before he got to Brooklyn, he started every other game in his career. So it's a new role, and it's, as I said, it's not about what these guys have done, in San Antonio or Portland or with the Clippers or with the Pistons. It's about how you fill your role here. And Griffin and Harden have done that better than we could have asked. And now we get to see how Aldridge does. And
That's so weird to say. No,
imagine
seriously. This
like
whole,
5 years ago that lineup.
I know. It's ridiculous.
they were all stars 2 years ago. It wasn't even that long.
We got breaking news on who's starting.
So,
Can I guess? Wait. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna be wrong with the Aldridge. I think Claxton's getting the start. Kyrie, Bruce, Joe, Jeff.
Kyrie, Bruce, Joe, Jeff, and Aldridge.
really.
Why?
Wow.
Why?
He's
He hasn't
starting
even
Aldridge
played
right
a
away.
game, man.
Michael
Why-
Grady just tweeted.
Oh, I knew it was gonna be wrong too. But come on, man, just start the
But-
kid. He's been doing good. I don't get
The
it.
thing that you guys got to realize is Claxton is doing so good off the bench. So why would you change his role?
Because who's
I
gonna?
want him
Because
to
the
start
lobs.
and close out games.
Because-
Because blowing out
listen,
everybody.
That's why I don't want Aldridge. It's not a matter of who's better or who's good. It's who's gonna now have the lobs. We don't need him in the starting lineup. There's no point. Claxton would be very good. You wouldn't have these slow starts. The defense would be good. Energy would be up. Transition offense would be. That's what I think. But Aldridge's not running the floor. He's not running the floor. So I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. But unless he has the best paint defense, and he bullies people in the paint offensively. I'm just saying. Then I'll be like, okay, fair. But I think Claxton just fits in the starting lineup way more. It's up the paces, up tempo, more defense. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean,
They could test it. It's one game.
I can also see the Nets when they're healthy, if they're ever healthy, rolling out something like Katie, Kyrie, Harden, Griffin, Aldridge, and then bringing Claxton first. I don't think that'll happen, but it's just a way to go.
Mhm.
But
5 former All-Stars all starting.
I doubt that would happen, but it's not out of the question. I don't think it would happen.
I
I don't
just
think
can't
Blake
believe
will
this
ever
guy's
start for us. I
I
don't
just
think
can't
Blake will
believe-
ever start.
I
Yeah,
think he wants
yeah. Aldridge on the Nets just.
Marcus
What
Aldridge,
number
maybe.
is he wearing? Does anyone know?
21.
Oh,
Who else?
the
is it?
opposite of his number. Okay.
I mean, Hornets aren't a pushover anymore. I mean, obviously they don't
Yeah,
have.
they're fourth seed.
See,
They don't-
that's some
Yeah,
kind of
Malik
you
Hayes
don't want to
is
give the
confirmed.
Hornets any life in this game. I mean, they're a good team, even without LaMelo Ball. I mean, they're a good young team.
Scary
So,
Terry.
yeah,
Oh,
he's been
But
great.
yeah,
for him,
who's
this year.
dropping the 40 bombs tonight?
Oh,
Who's
Gordon
dropping-
Hayward.
Gordon Hayward.
Yeah,
Joe's going to be guarding him, so.
Nah, Gordon Hayward gets 8 points today. He's horrible. I say Scary Terry gets 60.
Devontae Graham. Remember he dropped 40 on
Yeah,
the
but
Nets?
you know what though? That game, I couldn't even be mad. I remember he was knocking so many tough shots. I was like, all right, this kid's kind of nice. So,
And I mean, they're a playoff team. They
Oh,
are.
yeah.
So like,
4 seed, Charlotte Hornets, the number 4 seed in the East.
yeah, Kemba could never.
never. I mean, look, they're doing good things there. They're another one of the surprises this season. There've been a lot in the East. But
The East is so bad. Look at the standings.
I know it really is.
So bad.
It really is.
There's
I
3
think-
teams. That's it. Really.
I think if the emphasis was, I think you either need to put your emphasis one of two places, and if you're either going to put emphasis on starting off strong and starting off strong or you're gonna put emphasis on bringing that off the bench. And with Aldridge starting and Claxton off the bench, they're not going for that fast start right away.
I just want to see the Nets just blow out somebody. I can't remember
Yeah,
the last time they blew out somebody. Even though they're great, obviously, this season.
Is Aldridge on minutes restriction?
I don't think so.
He wasn't injured. They just weren't playing.
No,
him.
I know, but they always like to, 15 minutes.
It's not like he's going to play big minutes anyways. I can't see him playing more than 24 at the most.
Do you think Jordan gets any minutes this game?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, because
I don't think so.
I want to say no, but I'm just gonna say yes because the Nets are not listening to what I want. So I'm just gonna say that they will give him like 50 minutes. No, I don't know. Yeah. Since they don't have Griffin, that's also why I thought that Claxton was gonna start.
I think once Griffin's back, Jordan will not play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Like Sunday, he will not play.
Woo!
That's our first day game of the season. We used to have so many.
Those are the irrelevant games. Nobody watches day games.
They're still fun.
Yeah, they're playing the Bulls. Yeah. Why couldn't they have just scheduled that Bulls game to be on a Saturday? Then the Nets would have a day off in between. It's a back-to-back. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, so they have 4 games in 5 days?
No.
So they're going to be off for 2 days. Then they'll play the Bulls on Sunday.
Next
Then they'll
Monday.
go back. That's going to be in Chicago. Then they have to fly back to New York.
I'm sorry. So Friday, Saturday's off, and then Easter, and then Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, that is weird.
Dude, this
Yeah,
is
it's Easter too, so it would have made more sense to be on a Saturday.
Yeah. Well, at
um,
least the game on Easter is in like early afternoon. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
At least,
I mean,
And that game's not a pushover anymore either. Just remember, they have Vucevic.
They're
I
0-3 with him.
Levine. And Levine.
And Levine.
He's been doing not that well. I heard though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I heard something like he finally has help and he's
Bad.
playing bad now. Poor.
So I know this is a little off topic. I don't know if you guys talked about it last week, but obviously Karis LeVert, I think it's great to see, watching him ball out. It hurts, but
Oh, didn't he get a game winner too?
I think so,
Like-
yeah.
he either
Or a clutch shot or something.
he either
like
iced
that.
it or won it, and I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, and another thing, I don't know if you guys heard, but the Nets trying to get Kelly Oubre.
Oh yeah.
Now, I don't believe that. I think that report's fake.
I think
do
they were
not
just
think-
testing to see what they could do, Sean Marks. He was just seeing.
I don't believe that. I will never believe that until it happens. There's no way that we want a player Kelly Oubre. First of all, he's way worse than Dinwiddie. He doesn't even fit with us. I don't think anyone likes that guy. I just didn't make sense. I don't think that report's real. I think that was some BS they just wanted to throw out there. I don't know who reported it. I don't care if it was Woj. I don't believe that. There's no way.
I will say this. I think if there wasn't a chance Dinwiddie would be back for the playoffs, I think he would have been gone.
I don't
Okay,
think-
yeah,
yeah.
that's probably right. To be
Like-
honest with you, I think there's a chance there's like almost 100% chance he'll be ready by playoffs. To be honest
He's
with you,
just-
I
he's
just
not
think
gonna
they won't
play.
play him. Yeah, I just don't
They're
think
not
they
gonna
won't
play
play him. Yeah, which is fine.
I
That's
think
fine.
I think the Nets are at the point of if he's ready for the playoffs, he has to play.
No,
like-
he doesn't.
They're not gonna.
You're gonna-
He's
No,
not
he
gonna get
doesn't.
his feel back for the game in the playoffs.
I'm
Like,
not
maybe
saying
if there
he
was like a
shouldn't.
few games left, like if he comes back, like, there's no time. He's not gonna come. Like, when is
Then
this?
you gotta
season
rebuild your whole team pretty much with the rotations, the chemistry. Like it would be a whole mess. I'm
The
sorry.
last game
I
of the
don't want him
season is
back.
on May 16th. Do we think he's gonna be back within the next month and a half?
No,
I
no,
don't think so.
No, he'll be back in like earlier middle of playoffs if we get far.
Yeah.
So, but they wouldn't. Again, I don't think they would have him play. I don't want him to play. Like I said, it would mess things up. It's not his fault. Just anyone integrating into a team like that would mess it up.
I mean, I
He's off ball. He's not gonna.
I think
who's
what
gonna
the
run
Nets are going to do, he's not going to play. My prediction, Dinwiddie, is he's probably not going to play the rest of the season. And during the offseason, they'll probably do a sign and trade with another team or something like that.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe if Dinwiddie was healthy, our second unit could be a playoff team.
What are second? It would be
Dinwiddie, Griffin, Aldridge.
Aldridge, Brown, potentially Harris if he goes back to the bench.
That's a
Green.
playoff team.
Yeah.
Well, it depends what their bench would be, but
Mm.
it's a solid team. Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait till the playoffs, but also the summer because I kind of want to see where everyone goes and what happens. You know.
I think they re-signed Blake Griffin. I think that's the thing that happens.
If he wants to come back for a minimum deal, I'll bring him back. But
Yeah.
he's going to get probably if he continues to play this well, he'll get a
Well,
decent
we have.
contract.
We have Do we have Bruce? No, Bruce. We have to resign.
Yeah,
Bruce is-
if you have to,
We don't have a. Yeah.
if you have to choose between Brown and Dinwiddie, I'd probably choose Brown at this point.
I would do a sign and trade and do Brown as much as I love Dinwiddie. I would try to do a sign and trade, keep Brown
Nah, you
For
need
the
to
right
keep
price.
this on the team.
because for the right price.
No way he's a UFA at the end of the year.
Bruce Brown, yeah.
He's 24. There's no way. He's an RFA.
Oh wait, that kind of sucks.
Who, Bruce Brown?
Yeah.
RFA. Why is that so?
So,
He's restricted.
because
So,
what if someone wants to give him 30 million? That's like a desperate bad team. We kind of have to give him up.
Can we?
I don't
can we
think
afford
anybody's
him?
going to overpay for Bruce Brown.
I
He's a
mean, we tried
very
with
good role
Otto
player.
Porter and Tyler Johnson, so anything is possible. I'm just saying. I haven't heard anything about interest.
If the Nets bring him back, what do you think he gets? Like realistically,
8
like,
million. 8 million for 2 years. So 16
million
8.
per
So
year,
16
or-
Oh no, sorry. It's 18 per. I mean 8 per, so 16 2 years. Or 2
Yeah.
years 16 million.
I'm
I
cool
said
with
that's
that.
horrible. Yeah. Wait, what were you going to say?
I think what I think the Nets will do, and I hope they do it, is we still have our first round pick this year. I don't know if we're allowed to trade it.
isn't it like a pick swap this year? Like
No,
we
it's our pick.
it's our own pick.
Yeah. I think we do kind of what we did with Alan Crabb and package that pick with Jordan and try to get him out of here.
Yeah.
Do you think if we get let's say we win this year, do you think he'll just be like, all right, I'm good. I just want to play on a good team. I mean, like on a team to get minutes.
No.
You don't think he'll leave? He'll want to leave for that? He gets a ring with us. He barely plays in the playoffs. Okay, he's almost out of the rotation. You think he would want to be traded?
Potentially. I mean,
I think so. I mean,
I
It's a
just
lot of
want to
what
do them. We have him for 2 more years. We can't just deal DeAndre Jordan for 2 more years.
No,
we
no,
can't
1 more
pretend like
year.
he's going to still be a
wait,
productive
2
player.
more years?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Why did I think it was 1 more?
2 more years after
It
this.
was a
No.
4. Oh yeah.
It was terrible.
Oh, I know why I thought that. It's because the other two, Kyrie and Katie, did a 4th-year player option, right?
I don't see them opting out.
Wasn't it 3 years then it was a player option?
3 years and then a player option. Yeah,
They're all going to be old. They're going to opt in. I'm not worried about that.
I think. And when is Harden?
Yeah.
Year, I think.
Durant has 1 more year, and then he has a player option. He'll take $42 million. He'll accept that. And then 2023, he'll be a
Wait.
unrestricted free agent.
And then it'll be
Wait. Harden's a free agent this year? Oh, I was about to say.
3 years.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Wait, no, he's a player op. Wait, they all have player options this season.
No. They after this season, after next season.
All
So
3 have
in,
player options.
So in 22-23, Harden has a player option, and Durant has a player option.
And Irving, does Irving have an extra year?
Let me see. Irving.
I was talking about this, and we were
Yeah,
discussing.
they're all 20. All in 22, 23. They have a.
They're either
playoff.
all opting in or all opting out.
I think they'll all
I don't
accept
think
it.
so. I had this conversation with my cousin. I said if anyone's gonna leave first, it'll be Harden. He will be here for I think a short time and be done with it. No matter 3 championships, 2-1-0. I honestly think that. I think Kyrie will retire net. I hope he does, but I think he will honestly.
I
And
wouldn't be just retired.
I think KD will
He's
probably
gonna,
leave, but he
he's gonna be
could.
35 in 2023. He'll be 35.
Wow, that's crazy.
Every
So
like 22, 23 is like loaded. More than 2019 was. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, thinking about like bench players. When is Tyler Johnson free agent? Is anyone else this summer a free agent
This
for
year.
us?
he signed a 1-year deal. He'll be a free agent.
Okay.
TLC, he's a free agent. He's gone.
Bye, goodbye.
Bye.
If you could produce more than one night every 10, you could stay. And it's gonna happen tonight now. He's gonna drop 20.
I'm so disappointed in TLC. I really thought he was going to be a good player for us.
You know, it's funny.
There's one night or 2 nights every year that he'll decide, or every once in a while that he'll decide I'm gonna show up. He showed up recently. I forget which game. Might have been the Suns game. But he showed up.
That Suns
then-
game was a while ago.
He showed up. You know what game he actually showed up? The Lakers game.
That game.
He did good. He did really good.
That game against the Lakers?
He got like 5 threes, I think, or something like that.
That was on February 18th.
Yeah.
It's been more than a month.
No, he had another big game. He did. I forgot which one it was, but he did have a really good game.
Was it Washington or Portland? I'm not sure, but I don't know. Anyways,
I don't know.
When Shamma comes back tonight, I don't see him getting any minutes. honestly.
Aw, why is that Landry?
Well, I'm saying Landry when he comes back, TLC is not going to get any minutes.
No,
Yeah.
he might tonight.
I was hard on TLC in the bubble because I was like, all right, you guys gotta relax. He's not anything. And then I lightened up on him this year, and now he's like not good.
He was really good to start off the season with TLC.
I've never seen a team try so hard to not care than the Nets bubbles.
The bubble.
We looked like a summer league team. We made the playoffs.
They had no expectations. They were just free. They're just playing free.
Yeah.
It's still annoying because it was a year and we just wasted with those guys. But I mean, this is it. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm sure you guys have heard, but this is the first time the Nets are first place in the East since 2003. I was 1 month old.
Yeah.
You're last in first place.
It's
So,
been a long time.
let's wrap this up. Game starts in about 10 minutes. Score, how many Aldridge drops, and who the leading scorer in the game will be. And I'll pass it to Josh first because he's on my right.
I think the Nets will win this game. Aldridge, how many points? I'm gonna go with 8. 8 points, 6 rebounds, and leading scorer, Kyrie.
All right, Cole.
Pick me last. I gotta think.
Go, Matt.
All right, so the Nets are going to win. I'm going to say they win 122 to 111. And
We run away with it.
Aldridge will drop 12 points, 6 rebounds. The leading scorer will probably be Kyrie. He'll have another 40-point game.
I am also going to say Nets win. It'll be close because, of course, it will. I think that our leading scorer, I think that Aldridge will, just for the fun of it, have a double-double. And I think the leading scorer will be Kyrie Irving. I'd probably say someone else, but no one else is playing tonight. So, we've won. This is just another game. We have a few days off until our next one. So go Nets, and have a good.
Wait.
Oh yeah, you.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
All right, so no, I'm fine. So, all right, I'm gonna say Aldridge also gets a double-double. I'm gonna agree with you. I think he's gonna
He's
get.
not a good rebounder.
I think he's gonna get 14 and 10, and I'll tell you why. Harden usually gets the rebounds. He's not playing. That leaves him and usually Kyrie to just get the rebounds because I remember he always gets the random rebounds, defensive rebounds. So I think he's gonna get 14-10. He's gonna have a solid game. He's gonna prove me wrong, and I think the leading scorer. Oh wait, the final score 114 and 108. It'll be fairly close. The leading scorer will be Joe Harris. He got his shooting. He got his shooting touch back. He's gonna continue and drop 30. There we go.
Oh, if we're talking about leading scorer on the Hornets, Rozier is going to drop 50.
Yeah. It's Terry Rozier.
All
Gordon
right.
Hayward will.
Or
Gordon Hayward. He could have
Bismack
50.
Biyombo.
Really?
He got 40.
Really quickly, before we stop, did anybody see those plays Mason Plumlee made when we played them?
Stupid. They were good, but they're so stupid.
That guy made Bruce Brown almost fall over.
No, that was TLC.
That
Oh,
was
no,
TLC.
TLC?
Well,
Oh,
to be fair, if you look at the video, I'm gonna defend him for a second. He tripped on Jeff Green's shoe.
oh.
He did. It was a good move, but
And then
I was more impressed with the when he's on the floor and behind the back. That was nice. But yeah.
all right, guys. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week, and go Nets.
Joe Harris.